Alright, welcome adventurers. We have another video for you today. Today we're going to be diving back into Dark and Darker and focusing on the Barbarian class. And we've got the top 10 things every Barbarian should do to maximize their gameplay. Alright, let's get started. Number 1, understand your stats. Now this is kind of what I'm going to be saying. These are kind of the talking points that I'm going to be going through every class, but I'm going to break it down for you for each class, okay? So with the Barbarian, first understanding your stats, the Barbarian starts with 30 strength, 11 agility, 18 will, 6 knowledge, and 10 resourcefulness. Your high strength and health makes you a very formidable opponent. You will hit hard and you can take a lot of hits. Understanding these stats can help you plan your strategy. You start with 130 health. Health is a resource. Use it to your advantage. Use your stats to make sure you choose the right equipment, and also keep in mind that your stats, like every other one, will increase when you level up. So keep an eye on those, alright? Use that strength, use that health, and go wreck some kids, because Barbarian classes, they really will. Now, number 2 is perks. Again, some of the best perks for the Barbarian class include Axe Specialization, Berserker, Carnage, and Iron Will. Now, Axe Specialization odds increases damage from your axe attacks by 10. This will completely wreck people. Berserker increases your physical attack power as your HP decreases, so using that to your advantage in a fight, I mean, it can be absolutely phenomenal. And also Carnage increases your strength by 10 for 7 seconds when a target is killed. So if there are multiple enemies, you're definitely gonna, you're gonna be running that, especially if you're in a squad and you're doing multiple attacks on, you're going after players. Using Carnage you will be a very formidable person on the battlefield. Now, Iron Will increases magic resistance by 100. Now, that's not always useful, but it can be a very useful skill, especially in certain dungeons when you're dealing. There's a lot of magical creatures. And Two-Handed Weapon Expert increases your physical attack power by 5% when attacking with two-handed weapons. Now, each one of these can be put on as a perk, especially because you only get one until you get to level 5. So making sure that you pick the right one, but also pick one towards your playstyle, making sure that it is what you want and it is the right playstyle for you. Now we're going to talk about the skills. Number 3. Some of the best skills for Barbarian class includes Rage, Reckless Attack, Savage Roar, and Warcry. Now, Rage greatly increases your strength and movement speed by reducing defense for a short period. So if you stack that with your Berserker or your Axe Specialization and you get in those big hits, you could one-shot most people. Reckless Attack makes the next hit ignore 75% of enemy's defense. Using that one with some of the perks, you're going to be hitting very, very hard. Some of my Barbarian, I didn't know. I've been playing some extra on the side. I didn't realize just how good these perks were, and I wasn't utilizing them to my advantage. You absolutely need to. Savage Roar frightens all enemies within a radius for 6 seconds, reducing their physical damage bonus. Warcry increases the maximum HP of yourself and your allies, so if you're playing with a team, using your Roar and then using your Warcry will dominate, especially in PvP. Remember, use these skills strategically during combat. You don't just want to use them against PvE, because as soon as you go to attack someone and you or attack like a goblin or a skeleton or a mummy, and you run out of your skill and then a player comes by. So making sure you're using it strategically. Number 4, choose your equipment. Best choice is either axe or two-handed weapons for a Barbarian. Your weapon of preference should be a heavy axe, like the battle axe. The axe is going to do a lot more damage than the two-handed weapons, but having a backup weapon can also save your life. So having one in each, one might be faster, one has different reach. Choose your playstyle. As a heavy hitter, plate armor with minimal movement penalty, you want to make sure you go for that. Remember, the Barbarians have a higher damage when equipped with two-handed weapons, so it's better to use an axe for regular fighting and smashing enemies, and it's better to use a sword for quick stabs and quick attacks. Number 5, use your strength more often. As a barbarian, you are a brute force. Using your strength to deal massive amounts of damage to enemies. A well-timed hit can kill an enemy with just 1 or 2 hits. So making sure you're not just swinging randomly. Wait for them to get close. Use your health to your advantage. Take a hit, but deal a hit. Use your strength to smash doors and chests. You can smash most things real fast. This can be used offensively, but also it can be used very defensively as well. You can get surprise attacks from unsuspecting enemies, but you can also use that attack to get someone who they thought they had the better of you, but you took out half the health in 1 hit. Remember, the Carnage perk increases your strength by 10 for 7 seconds when a target is killed, so using that strength and using that at the same time is going to be great. Now the Barbarian class for number 6, you are going to be the front line of your team. Be the tank. Use your high health and defense to absorb damage for your team. Draw enemies' attention away from you or squish your teammates. Remember to keep an eye on your health and retreat when you need, but your health is a resource to be used. Use health potions and healing skills to keep yourself alive. If you're playing on a team, and it's a lot more fun when you do, make sure you're using those healing skills and you're coordinating. Now, number 7, use range to increase your strength and movement speed in critical situations. Use reckless attack to ignore enemy defense and deal massive amount of damage. I mean, utilize your skills, but you need to make sure that you use them and you're utilizing your skills and you're not just going in swinging willy-nilly. Use Warcry to increase the maximum HP of you and yourself. And remember that each skill does have a cooldown, so use them wisely. I believe in this. That's why I'm mentioning it twice on the list. Skills are going to be your ultimate key points as you're going through. Now, number 8, master the art of melee combat. Being a barbarian, melee combat is your bread and butter. Now, learn the attack patterns of different enemies. That is key. But also use your skills strategically to deal maximum damage. Go for the head. If they have a shield, go for the arms around them. Get that maximum damage that you can. Wait till they put down, wait for they go to strike, take some damage, but also hit them in the head. I mean, learn the attack patterns and then use the environment to your advantage in melee combat too. Some enemies, have ranged attacks, so you gotta make sure you keep dodging, but use the environment. Hide behind things. You don't have to just stand there and take damage. You can use the environment. But keep in mind, some enemies have special abilities that can disrupt melee combat too. So, make sure you know your enemy. Number 9. Keep your team alive. As a barbarian, you're not just a damage dealer, but you're also the protector, like we talked about as in the tank. But use your skills to help keep your team alive. Don't hit them. There is teammate damage, and you will kill your teammates. Now, draw attention. Use Warcry to increase the nearby enemies. Plan your next move. Remember that enemies will also try to do the same thing. So, coordinate with your team, but don't hit your teammates. Keep them alive. I don't know how many times I've seen my team smack me in the back of the head and kill me. And as always, number 10, practice makes perfect. The more you play as a barbarian, the better you will get. Try different strategies, see what works best for you. Learn from your mistakes. If something doesn't work, try something else. Don't do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Play with friends, join a community, send me your gameplay, come hang out with me in my Discord. We are always looking for more fun videos. I want to see your fun videos. And that is all, folks. That is my 10 top tips for a barbarian class. And it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.